avoid the extra stress, let's just have a session over the phone today, and then next week we'll try a video session again.
Sure,
Okay? So
that's
that is
fine.
not, yeah. I think that'll work. Yeah. Because we are allowed to have phone sessions on when situations like this arise. I know you are not purposely trying to have a session. I know you are having technical difficulties right now, so it's fine. So,
Yeah, I
so
don't know what it could be. Maybe like maybe my phone memory is like overwhelmed or something. And it's not getting new messages because I didn't.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't receive a new link either. So.
yeah. That's odd because you was the only time that wouldn't happen is if I don't schedule you on time enough for you to receive the link, but I scheduled you. I scheduled you last Monday after
I
doing
received a
our session.
message yesterday, the just a reminder, and then it says your link will appear shortly before your appointment time, and the link just never appeared. So I received that message yesterday, but this morning I
Okay,
didn't get the
okay.
link.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so no problem if anything. And another thing that you can do this number that what number appears when I call you? Is it like the clinic's number or is it like
It's 718-485-2100.
not the clinic's number or is that like my actual
It's not the
number?
actual clinic's number because then it would just show me that because I have the clinic number listed in my phone as NYPC.
Okay.
See.
Okay, so you can always text me at this number, and I can always, if it doesn't appear, it's gonna be faster if you text me here. I can always resend you the link easily. Okay. So,
Okay, I'm gonna look into it to see what's going on. Maybe it's my phone messages or
Yeah.
something. I'll see if maybe I'm not getting any new messages or something like that.
Yeah. It could be that. It could be because of that. But I thought that you would be able to. I didn't know it was going to like gray out after it was an old message. Like I thought that you could always go back and click on the link, but I guess that's not the case. But because the link doesn't change, it's always the thing with this new program as opposed to Microsoft Teams is that your link is your link and it stays your link forever. So you can always technically use it. It's the same. The link that they send you is literally the same link every week. So yeah. But how are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling? How was your weekend?
I'm 42 now.
Oh yeah! Happy belated birthday!
Yeah. Happy birthday, me. So.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but it's always. I mean, we have to be grateful that we are able to have another year. I know we are getting older, technically, but at the same time.
My friend came over, and like it's been a long time since I saw him, so I was happy he came over. So we just had like a sit-down dinner, like a late dinner and everything. We had some sushi, and that was really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. I think that was nice. So at least you got to interact with one of your friends that you haven't seen in a while. So that's good.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a positive thing. I think that's good. I do things to spend time with your friends.
It was nice that Dennis came over.
Yeah. And then anything else? Did you manage to do anything?
No, I didn't.
Anything else for your birthday?
You did.
I said Dennis came over, baby.
I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she said something about me.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She didn't. She said it's a positive thing. It's a nice thing that Dennis came over. She didn't say anything about you.
She did.
No, you misheard. She didn't say anything about you. Right? You didn't say anything about him.
No, of course not. I didn't say anything about him. Yeah. Yeah, so that's good. And how are you otherwise? So you had a birthday, and it seems like you had a good experience. You got to see one of your friends that you had not seen in a while.
Yeah, that was definitely like the highlight of my weekend.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know,
That's
everything
good.
else is pretty much the same. And I don't want to, like dwell on it because I feel okay today, so I don't even want to talk about my problems. I think I accidentally filled out my annual recertification for my NYCHA / Section 8 because they're making it into Section 8 and they're just gonna give me the Section 8 so I could stay here or leave or whatever. And well, officially, because honestly, like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I might like leave somewhere else and not NYCHA or Section 8. But if something better comes up, but anyway, like I didn't fill it out correctly, I think, and I well, because I called and the lady told me I think you didn't fill it out correctly. And it's not letting me upload any extra documents right now, so I'm a little bit nervous about that because she said you could go into the walking center, but I don't want to do that. Honestly, I don't like I don't feel well. Like it's winter and I don't want to go and leave Patrick and
Why do you
she also said
want to leave me?
because I love you. And
That's a good response.
it's the truth. And,
Yeah.
and so she gave me like a mailing address that I could mail it to, but I'm still waiting. I'm still hoping because she said they're not going to just deny you if you filled it out wrong. They might just not know what you did. And I know after a while, because when I go on the web site, it's not giving me the opportunity to upload any more documents, but it's just saying we'll let you know, we're processing it. So she told me that they're not gonna like deny me based on that. So I might just wait like another 2 days until it's due, see if the website changes and I could upload the documents. And if it does or if it doesn't, I'll just mail it into them because I know that the lease is not up until like March or something like that, like another couple of months, like after February, like or even later than that. The lease is longer than when this is due, but this is due like on February 1st or February 2nd or something like that. So I don't know, or I might just mail all that stuff in before that because I don't know how they do it. I know they always like base it on when it's postmarked. So granted that they pick the mail up from the particular like what do you call it, mailbox, they should probably postmark it when you mail it. So not like by when it gets there, but so I don't know if I'm gonna do that or wait another day. I'll see, but she told me I have until February 2nd, so I don't know. I'm gonna look, see if I have enough time to look through those documents. But really, like if it's what it's saying to me is we'll reach out and let you know, then maybe I'll just wait till that, like, you know, I could mail it in late or something. She said you could always come in and give them the documents late. You know, if it's actually late, you could just come in and give them the documents. So
Yeah,
but they don't like generally kick people out, like just like so I'm lucky like that because I don't think most people don't understand, but it's really more disturbing being homeless, even though they have homeless centers for families and for women. I don't know if they have them for men too. I think they do. Yeah, they do, because Dima told me it's not the same thing, like because whatever characters my neighbors are, when you have to live like in the same room with these people, or you know, Yeah, that's a little bit more. That could make you crazy.
Yeah.
Because like there's violence there too, and you know, also there's no stability. So, like I definitely couldn't homeschool Kat, and I don't know. You know what? Like that would be horrifying. So. Just in general, like not in my situation, not with my problems, not with the FBI, but just in general, it's a lot of people don't think about it, but it's really like totally like 100% different. It's better than like being homeless because like you know, like people sometimes rather sit outside than go to a homeless shelter, you know, because because some of those places are scary, and I mean, as nasty as it is here, sometimes it's a roof over my head. So I feel, you know, I feel very like lucky like that because,
yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, because being in a homeless shelter and sharing a space with other people, I could see how that can definitely drive someone. And I don't like using the word crazy often, but I could see how that can definitely impact someone to the point where they become delusional, you know, just not having a way to escape and having to go back.
I don't know about delusional, but there's like literally like violence there, and people like because I'm seeing like these characters, they're very like here I could lock my door. You know, whatever's going on up against my door is different, you know, than if somebody is up against your face is so different. And yeah, exactly. So
and I could see how that can really mess with somebody's mental health. Like if you have to
what about my child? Like, what about his school, you know, and everything? Because it's not.
All of those things. So it's true. So having a roof over your head. Although I think what they do now, I guess, there's some families, but I have noticed, or at least I have one client that she was in a homeless shelter, but she got like her own little studio apartment with her kid. So I guess, I don't know if you have to be a couple or if you have to have a child, or I don't know how it works exactly. But she was in a homeless shelter, but they gave her like a little studio apartment where she had like, you know, a shower, a bed, a stove, like a little mini studio. So I was like, okay, that's not bad for a shelter because you still have your own space. So,
that's true, but like these people could like, I don't know, I don't even care. Because it's not my situation. I'm just saying it like almost like I'm lecturing you because I feel like you've never actually had to like deal with like this sort of reality that it's cold outside. Like same way like you never had to lack for food, like because somebody's poisoning your food. You know, and I don't know if at what point you can imply that it's my mental health and not like somebody's poisoning my food, but that's what made me rant on that is because you know, a lot of people are like, ew, like, you know, oh, the floor is ugly here. It is, it's ugly here, but ugly's not cold. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Or like having to eat mac and cheese is like not the same as having to be poisoned and like stay up all night, like urinating and then pick up a virus or something. So some of these people think that it's like comparable. It's really not. So my sympathy is like going out the window, you know?
No, I mean,
but also
probably, I don't know if I ever told you this, but maybe because there was no need for me to tell you, but I grew up in a third world country, and I grew up with no running water, no food. I had a shelter, but I grew up extremely, extremely poor. I came to the U.S.
No
My mom brought
way.
me here. Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in a third world country. I came to the U.S. I didn't speak the language. I didn't speak any English whatsoever.
But how old were you
And
when
that's
you
the
came?
reason
Because
why
you
I
speak English
I
like really
was
well.
yeah, I was 9 years old, but you could still hear my accent. I have a slight accent. Yeah, but I was 9 years old, and the kids made
You
fun
have
of
a
me
Brooklyn
because I had
accent,
Afro.
dude. Your accent is like a Brooklyn accent. What are you talking about?
No, I still have an actual accent. But yeah, but that's how I came here. I didn't speak any English. I didn't speak any of that
I don't know.
stuff.
My thoughts are
And
like
the
you just
kids-
watched Discovery Channel and now you just like made something up. Like knowing
No,
like
no.
what I know about you.
I'm not. I don't have to make anything up. This is literally. I'm from Honduras. Like if you look at my last name is Geronimo. Like I'm not. That's not an American last name. I'm not making anything
That's like
up or
Native
anything.
American.
To be
Technically, it's a name, but it's a Spanish last name. That's how I got my last name.
Really?
Yeah, so
I didn't know.
am not
I didn't know it was. I
from-
thought about like Geronimo, like from the
like from the
like-
movies, yeah.
yeah, like the
They used to make
Indian
fun of me all
chief,
the
the
time,
guy,
like-
the Geronimo's
Yeah.
Last Stand, the Indian chief, he was like super noble and stuff, and he
Yeah.
even though like the Americans were winning, he like took a stand and like. That's what I thought about, and then I like when like Dania, like I don't know any names from. Is it a Spanish name?
Yeah, it's actually a Spanish
I
name.
thought it was
yeah.
like
I'm telling you, I'm from
Dana
Honduras.
Scully.
Yeah. Yeah, so you probably didn't know this about me because I didn't feel the need to disclose it. But now that we are talking about just growing up poor and everything else like that, but that's how I grew up. I grew up extremely poor, like literally no running water, none of that. And I came here like a typical immigrant. I became a U.S. citizen once my parents naturalized. Because my parents became citizens before I turned 18. So that technically made me a citizen. So I became a U.S. citizen. I went to school. I didn't have anything given to me. I went to school. I qualified for financial aid because my parents were extremely poor. So I qualified for financial aid. And then I went to grad school. So yeah, so when you talk about all of these things, I'm like, listen, I've been there. Like I grew up extremely poor.
Yeah, that
So
sounds like it would be like I don't know whether like why I don't know. That's your story.
Yeah.
You're sticking to it. That's your story. That sounds like very
don't have to
difficult to
be-
adapt to, but like sometimes I feel like it's different here. It's like we're super blessed like financially, but there's so much underworld garbage. Again, we're back to this topic. There's so much underworld garbage, even though I don't know, I'm so like compulsive with this, even though I know again you're not gonna do anything for me. You know, this underworld garbage is really makes people sick. Like they really poison my food and they really keep me up at night, and it's real.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I just I'm not compelled to like get into a fight about it every time. I just
Yeah, and you don't have to fight about it. I try to empathize to the best of my ability. And that's all I can do. That's all I can do is try to empathize.
But your
and try
accent
to
is like
sympathize.
totally a Brooklyn accent. Like I don't know how long it's gonna take for you to pick up your Atlanta accent. Like, cause I know they speak a little different in Atlanta. Maybe you should like practice like an Atlanta accent because like your Brooklyn accent is.
I don't think it's ever gonna. How long have I been here? 7 months. I don't think people lose their New York City accent that quickly. Because my sister has been here for like 8 years, and she still speaks like a New Yorker. So some things you just don't pick up unless I think if I grew up here, I probably would. But some things I just it might take me a sometimes to pick up. But honestly, I work from home, so I'm not really interacting.
And Atlanta is home
with
now, so maybe you'll pick up the accent.
Yeah.
You don't want to practice it, like in your free time, just practice it, the Atlanta accent.
For what?
I don't know,
Why
it's
not?
Why are
impressive.
you talking about accent?
I think I have better things
To go
do
with
than
the
chat,
like
you
your
know.
impressive childhood and how well you adapt to situations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Mayors.
It was. I actually had a very tough childhood because I didn't speak any English when I came here, like no English whatsoever. So I had to learn. The language.
I came here when I was 8 too. You know,
Came here when
but
you were 8?
like they started
You said what?
teaching me words here and there before I came. I came here when I was 8 too. I came here in '89.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but we had like running
that's
water
okay.
and we had food and stuff, and it was just a tough go. And I sometimes I feel like me and my immigrant parents. My mom came here.
Water and food.
Me and my immigrant parents. My mom came here with my stepdad because it was just tough to get food and running water, and we lived in a very small space, and I feel like the immigration didn't really affect them as much as it affected their kids, like that wave of 89 immigrants, the ones that came here before they just started handing out those green cards, because it was like something really cool and lucky back then to be able to immigrate to America. And all these people thought, well, America is going to be so blessed, and they all got jobs, they all got like educated and stuff, and like I feel like the generation that they left behind are being like mistreated somewhat, like me and like my sister would have a tougher go at it, because we would actually be like encompassed into like the reality of America, whereas them, they'd be passed off as immigrants and they'd get all this like like extra help, and on top of that they would kind of be like isolated, because they were in their late 20s already, in their 30s. Somebody wrote a book about it. My stepfather read it, but I don't think he freaking knew a lick of it. It was about the children of Russian immigrants. It was called Дети иммигрантов, and it was about that sort of situation, because I feel like they would never ever, like my mom would think I'm crazy for saying anything about the FBI or anything like that. They would never ever understand the underworld that's in New York City. They would never ever do that. And they don't even they're not even like, most of them aren't even like remotely interested in like Americana, like American culture and stuff. Like they don't want to like look up Elvis, or like sometimes they read books, like maybe like the more educated ones, but what does it come down to? We watch TV and we go food shopping here, so they're so different from us. And actually what it comes down to is like that same little ass apartment that they were living in, and they had to move across the ocean. Like I would end up in it, and I would end up in it with like probably just as much stress, if not more stress, because it's like a different kind of emotion to have people that are trying to actively hurt you and your children and harass you, as opposed to the economy so shit that you just can't get a job, or it's like very hard to get a job and you have to like try to work wherever you can and make money how you can, so sometimes I think like they just like moving people around, and I'm like, damn to hell all these services if they're this dysfunctional, So that's how I feel about it.
No, I agree.
Damn to hell all these services if there's this dysfunctional. Like a lot, I was thinking yesterday actually, like a lot of people dislike single moms. They hate the idea of them. They think that the world's overpopulated, and so like they will go out of their way to hurt them, like emotionally. It's so easy to do. And then on top of this, like they did poison my food, but why even bother doing that? Like, and simultaneously supporting this like system, like this welfare system, where these ladies are compelled to give a thought to their pregnancies and be like, maybe I could do this even though I'm broken on my own, because I was thinking about countries like Russia. They don't have this sort of like social welfare, and yet like I see, or Ukraine, and yet like I see like Dima's mom, and she looks like all right, like she's she still behaves like a human, like a sociable person. She looks like a normal old lady and stuff, and she makes like peanuts, like barely anything. People adapt and people get by, but like I feel miserable, but I also feel like I need to say something because this is like a problem. This is like actually like this like social dysfunction, because again, like I don't want to fight about it every time, but it's like sick. It's sick because
I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, and we don't have to fight. There's no need for us to be fighting. I'm not against you. Like, I'm your therapist. I'm not against you. I'm not here to fight with you. I'm here to hear you out and listen, if anything. But my goal is not to fight. It's not to fight with you. So that's not my goal at all.
I don't know.
Hello?
Yeah. I was gonna say something like only my situation, like I haven't done it, but my situation made me think about why people, like you see homeless people and they eat food like straight up out of the trash can, because sometimes the food that's in the store is the food that they put there for you to poison you, and the food that's in the trash can, somebody ate that sandwich already. Somebody's walking around healthy and they just left you their leftovers, and that's like sick. That now I understand this. When I was little, all through my teenage years, through halfway through my 20s, I never gave that any thought. I thought, wow, these people are fucking crazy. Like, they're sick in the head. They're crazy. There's no way for me to like place myself in that crazy mind for me to understand them and have any sort of understanding what's going on in their brain. But looky here, like it's actually so easily like explainable, and I wonder if they ever shut them up, or they're just like so down in the dumps and on like low on hope that they don't even bother talking to anyone. That's kind of like why I feel good, because at least somebody heard me. Like, oh yeah. Wait, one more thing. Can I tell you one more thing before I go? Because it's important to me. I was playing a video game, and this video game, it's called Control by Remedy Games, and I felt like, wow, this video game, and it's funny because it's really a good video game. It feels like it treats like a lot of my anxieties and depressions. Is that weird or what? Isn't that hot? It's called Control by Remedy Games, and it's like really out there. It's like crazy stuff, and I feel like these people that developed it are so keen and intelligent. Like, I don't read much, and I could tell that it's intelligent anyway, and it won like 80 awards or something like that. And I don't know, sometimes things like that, like culture things, like make me feel better about where I'm at, but still, like, if I get really sick, like, that's now that I have a break, like, I'm not like urinating every 5 minutes, or I don't have diarrhea, or my sinuses aren't clogged to the max where I could like actually like open my eyes and like talk to someone. This sort of stuff, it like keeps me going, it makes me think like, yeah,
that's good. So I think it's good that you are able to say, you know what, despite everything that's happening to me, but I can still keep going because, you know, my sinuses are not acting up too bad, and I'm able to just exist a least. So at least you are focusing on the positives. So,
Yeah, because honestly, if none of this was happening to me, I don't think it's that bad. Like, you know, like this.
yeah.
Like, at face value, this social welfare system is the reason why, like, millions of people, like, herd and flock here every year. Like, there's a problem, in fact, in, where is it? The Mexican border? Where there's people trying to, like, let me just get in here,
Yeah.
you know, because they think it's that much better. But yet here, like, I'm sitting here thinking, and it's not me, I'm not being, like, bougie or something, like, oh, I'm used to so much better. It's literally, like disgusting if somebody puts crap in your food, and then, like, some of these people are so obnoxious. It's just like,
Yeah.
why is this, like, circus still going on? Like, what is going on? What am I not grasping here? I mean, and what I am grasping is that I'm not that important, you know, from this situation. But I'm important enough that I'm still here, and I'm not like I'm not like in a hospital for whatever reason, mental or physical health, and my child still loves me, you know, and at least he could read and he could do math and stuff. I don't know if it's like great, but you know, so I'm sitting here like waiting, like I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
Maybe I'm this, like, maybe I'll have my day. Maybe other people are looking at me like, you're the predatory animal that wants to take my luxuries away. But I want to let them know that it's just their fucking luxuries. They're not going to be, like, living with, like, well water or something. We're in New York. It's just your fucking luxuries, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't, like, come here to take anything. I wanted to say that to you, that I never intend to take anything from anybody else, you know? It's only when people start with me, you know? And even then, it's just that I have my demands that need to be met. I have my demands. I want to eat like human food, you know? And rest like a human person. I'm a citizen of the United States. I have privacy rights. You know, I have rights, like, nobody's allowed to watch my internet or nothing, you know, and I am a citizen. That's all I want to happen, is for my rights to be established and protected, you know. I'm not here to, like, hurt anybody, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I understand that. I don't think that you are trying to harm anybody or take anything away from anybody. You just want to have rights.
Even though sometimes I get angry, and when you get angry, you feel like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's good. I mean, I don't think, I think you're a good person, and I always tell you I think you're a great mom, so, like, I don't have, like, any realms or any issues with who you are as a person. So yeah. And if I was in a similar situation, yes, I would want.
You just said that, but then, like, sometimes I'm
in your position.
I know, right? Because sometimes I'm like, oh God, why? You know, like, because people won't, like, you know, some people do though. Some people tell me, like, you know, they don't like me, and then, like, people that don't have the right to even know me tell me they don't like me. You don't, but either way, I still sit here like, oh God, why me? What the fuck, you know? And
yeah,
I played my video game. My video game cost me $21, but it was like, wow, like, awesome. Like reading like a really great book or something. I'm gonna go because my kid is sitting here playing video games right now, and he's like super cute and not getting enough attention.
Ugly.
No, you're not.
All right.
You're super cute.
Stop.
all right, I'll speak to you next week then, okay?
Okay, take care.
All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
My phone. We have to do homework though.